The Second Sacred War, which unfolded between 449 and 448 BC, was a significant chapter in the tumultuous history of ancient Greece, marked by a clash of interests, power struggles, and the intertwining of religion and politics. This conflict emerged from a backdrop of ongoing rivalries among Greek city-states, particularly those surrounding the Delphic sanctuary, which was considered the most sacred site in the Hellenic world. The sanctuary was not only a religious center, but also a focal point of political power, drawing the attention of various factions eager to assert their influence. At the heart of the conflict was the city of Phocis, which had seized control of the Delphic oracle and the surrounding lands, an act that was viewed as sacrilegious by many. The Phocians, driven by ambitions of wealth and power, had effectively turned the sanctuary into a pawn in their game of regional dominance. This act of hubris did not go unnoticed, and soon the other city-states rallied against them, citing the defense of the sacred as their primary motive. The Boeotians, along with the powerful city of Athens, were among the first to respond, forming an alliance that aimed to restore what they considered the rightful order. The war escalated quickly, with both sides rallying their forces and laying siege to each other's territories. The Phocians, confident in their initial gains, fortified their position, believing that the oracle's favor would protect them. However, as the conflict dragged on, it became clear that the war was not merely about religion. It was also a struggle for control over trade routes and regional hegemony. The economic motivations behind the conflict illustrated the complex interplay between piety and pragmatism that characterized many aspects of Greek life. As the war progressed, the role of Athens became increasingly prominent. The city-state, under the leadership of its influential statesmen, sought to expand its influence beyond its borders, viewing the conflict as an opportunity to assert its dominance in the region. The Athenians, with their formidable navy and well-trained infantry, engaged in a series of tactical maneuvers that showcased their military prowess. They were not just fighting for the sanctity of Delphi, but also for the strategic advantages that would come with a victory. The tide of the war began to shift when the allies of the Phocians, sensing the growing threat posed by Athens, attempted to forge their own alliances. This led to a series of battles that were marked by fierce combat and shifting loyalties. The war became a reflection of the fractious nature of Greek politics, where alliances were often temporary and self-interest reigned supreme. Each city-state sought to gain an upper hand, often at the expense of their former allies, illustrating the fragile nature of trust in the ancient world. Ultimately, the Second Sacred War concluded with a resolution that, while restoring some semblance of order, left deep scars on the relationships among the city-states. The conflict was officially ended by the Peace of Callias in 448 BC, which sought to establish a framework for coexistence among the warring factions. However, the underlying tensions remained, as the issues of control over Delphi and the surrounding regions were far from settled. The war had demonstrated that even the most sacred of places could become battlegrounds for human ambition and rivalry. In the aftermath, the Second Sacred War served as a cautionary tale for future generations about the dangers of letting political ambitions overshadow sacred duties. The intertwining of divine will and human action became a recurring theme in Greek thought, as philosophers and historians reflected on the consequences of the conflict. The legacy of this war endured, shaping the political landscape of Greece and influencing the way subsequent generations approached the delicate balance between faith and power.